You know, AI is shaking up some of the oldest industries out there. And today, we're tackling a really big one, real estate. So we're going to dive into this fascinating new tool called Collov AI and see how it's completely changing the game of marketing properties. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about the core problem that pretty much every single real estate agent has to deal with. An empty room. It's just a box, right? It feels cold, it's totally uninviting, and it makes it incredibly hard for a buyer to actually picture their life in that space. This has always been the fundamental challenge of selling a vacant property. For years, the only solution was physical staging, literally lugging sofas, tables, and artwork into a house. But man, is it expensive, slow, and just a ton of work. The modern answer? Virtual staging. It's way more affordable, it's incredibly fast, and you can change the entire look of a room with just a few clicks. This is exactly where this new wave of AI is making a huge splash. And that brings us right to our case study for today, Collov AI. It's one of these new, nimble players in the game that's trying to solve that empty room problem using artificial intelligence. So what is it exactly? And more importantly, how does it even work? At its heart, Collov AI is an AI-powered platform built for one main thing, making virtual staging as fast and as easy as humanly possible. The whole product is designed to be super transparent and lightweight, especially for agents who need great results without a massive learning curve. So how does the magic actually happen? The company is touting its main feature as a one-click home transformation, which, you gotta admit, is a pretty bold claim. Let's break down what that really means when you're actually using it. This one-click staging is their signature move. The idea is so simple. An agent just uploads a photo of a room, tells the AI a few basic preferences, and bam, the system instantly spits out 4 different, fully staged versions of that same room. It's all about speed and simplicity. And when I say simple, I mean it. The process is literally just these 3 steps. You upload a photo, and it can be an empty room or even a furnished one you want to redesign. Then you pick the room type, say living room, and choose a style, like modern or farmhouse. Then you just hit generate, and the AI serves up 4 distinct options. That's it. Done. But hold on. The platform does way more than just add virtual furniture. It can declutter a messy room, completely erase unwanted items, and it makes sure the images are ready to go for listing on the Multiple Listing Service, or MLS. But maybe the most impressive part? It can also create AI-powered virtual tours. Now, this virtual tour feature is where things get really interesting. An agent can upload just a handful of still photos, and in less than 10 minutes, the AI stitches them all together into a smooth, video-like tour. It gives buyers an incredible feel for the flow of the property, all from just a few pictures. Now, whenever you see a tool that's this slick and this fast, it usually points to something much bigger going on under the hood. And that's exactly where this story gets a lot more complex. Because this simple, easy-to-use tool, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. The company behind it has much, much bigger ambitions than just virtual staging. I mean, on the surface, Collov AI looks like your classic startup. It's a small team, under 50 people, based right in Silicon Valley with a CEO named Zhao Cheng. They've even got local partnerships, like one with the San Francisco Association of Realtors. All sounds pretty standard, right? Well, here's the twist. This small company has raised a staggering $46 million. That is a huge amount of money for a company that just makes a virtual staging tool. It immediately makes you ask the question, what are they really building? And the answer is that Collov AI isn't even a standalone company. It's actually a product from a bigger parent company called Collov Labs. And their mission is way grander. They're building something they call spatial design intelligence. The staging tool is just one single application of that core tech. And as Craig Rowe pointed out in his review for Inman, Collov Labs is part of something even bigger with the, and I love this, ominously named title of World Engine. This suggests their goal isn't just interior design, but creating a foundational AI that understands and can generate entire spaces. The staging tool we're seeing today could just be a public test run for a much more powerful technology. So, with all that ambition, let's talk about the reality of the market. Collov AI is not operating in a vacuum. They are stepping into a very crowded arena, and they're squaring off against some of the biggest names in real estate tech. And here's the thing you absolutely have to understand. The AI they're using, while it's impressive, it's not unique.
Lots of companies have access to similar image generation and AI design technologies, so their advantage can't just be the tech itself.
And the competition is fierce. You've got the 800-pound gorillas of the industry, think Zillow, who are already integrating similar features into their platforms. Then you've got established players like Matterport, who are partnering up with specialized services. Collov AI has to find a way to carve out its own little space among these giants.
So you see, the real fight here isn't a battle of technology. It's a battle of market strategy. The winners are going to be the companies that truly understand how real estate agents work. For Collov AI, their whole strategy seems to boil down to two things: a competitive price and being incredibly easy to use.
But this strategy runs into a huge challenge, and it's really the core business question for all of these tools. Can you actually build customer loyalty? Agents market listings here and there, not every single day. So how do you sustain your revenue and avoid just becoming a tool that agents use once or twice and then completely forget about?
So when you put it all together, what's the final verdict here? Is Collov AI just another tool in an already crowded toolbox, or does it represent a real lasting trend in property technology, or prop tech, as they call it? You know, Craig Rowe's review suggests we should think about virtual staging less as a replacement for physical staging and more as a powerful marketing tool. It's all about engagement. It's creative simulation. In his words, it's retail merchandising for your listing. It's about making that property look its absolute best online, which is where buyers fall in love with a home for the first time. And that means Collov AI is perfectly positioned for a very specific type of user: the cost-conscious, marketing-savvy agent who makes their own tech decisions. They're motivated, they're independent, and they're looking for an edge that isn't going to break the bank.
And that really brings us to the final takeaway. Collov AI is a fantastic, nimble, and really clever solution for a very specific niche in the market. But its long-term success and the real validation of that $46 million investment is going to depend entirely on whether it can find ways to keep revenue coming in beyond that one niche.
And that leaves us with a final question that goes way beyond just real estate. In today's AI gold rush, where the underlying technology is basically becoming a commodity available to everyone, who actually wins in the end? Is it the company with the absolute best tech, or is it the one with the best, most focused market strategy? Collov AI's journey is definitely going to be a fascinating test case to watch.